the chicks is thicker. Reppin' for the team, that's the pinche Houston sippers. She don't want your liquor, she don't want your chipper. She poppin' for a legend, that's a real massa flipper. This is for la raza, this is for la raza. I'm in my trap, casa whipping up the damn massa.
Let us know when you ready, Rob. We rolling?
I'm ready. We rolling.
Marisol, you ready?
I'm ready.
Because it look like you over there, you know, gossiping.
Quit dipping and dapping if you don't know what's happening.
Ooh,
Tour
like
dates. Tour dates, tour dates, tour dates. Latino as fuck. Latino as fuck. Latino as fuck tour. Man, Salt Lake City about to sell out. I'll see you out there January 24th. West Palm Beach, January 31st. You know what I'm saying? Bring your surfboard. Miami Improv, you know what I'm saying? Bring your cocaine. February 1st through the 2nd. I don't do the cocaine, but I know y'all known for that shit. The 305. Okay, Midland. Y'all know what's up, Odessa, Midland. I want y'all to have a battle of the bands. I want y'all to cuss each other out and have a little rivalry. That is in Midland, Texas, January, March 2nd. Waco, Texas. Should we do it again? Am I tripping?
No.
Did you just totally talk to yourself? January, February, March.
Because it's numbers.
Hey, you're
it's
like
numbers instead of a month.
Listen. He's like, you know, January, February. How you know what
That's
says
hilarious.
30? January.
People are gonna appreciate the authenticity here.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's start over. Okay, where was I? Waco, Texas, at the Hippodrome. This is March, again, January, February, March. March 15th. We got a whole bunch of cities, man. Just go to chingobling.com y ahí cliquele donde dice tour y va a salir, güey. El 2019, güey. No, hombre, güey. Latino as fuck, güey. No, hombre, se puso con ganas, güey. Or you can go to whatdidhesaid.com. These are newly revamped websites, man. Come check us out. We're going to have merchandise and we're going to hook you up. It's going to be promo codes and links to our advertisers and sponsors. But we still independent, though, so really we don't rely on all that because we keep it 100. All right. Got that out the way. If you need me to redo that shit, I'll redo it.
That's a real professional right there.
But there's so many cities, man. I just don't want to bore y'all with all these cities, but you know, we appreciate the love every single year. We just trying to give, you know what I'm saying, give y'all a better product every year. And you know, all the branding is coming along. We did a crazy photo shoot. You know what I'm saying?
The photo shoot was so dope. Was it not? I mean, it was difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. I left a little upset. I'm a boss hog outlaw, so I'm very controlling. So
no, in a good way.
In a good way. So
not like too much in like a dominatrix
No,
way.
not like that. More like kind of like I know how I want things done.
Not like whips and chains, bossy.
Unless you're into that kind of thing.
But you
not
know,
like safe word, bossy.
Safe
Pineapples.
Pineapples. I'm just very like a perfectionist, and so I have the vision, and especially because the designer that we've worked with, I kind of like know the vision. He kind of tells you what to do.
Creative director.
The creative director, and so then it's my job to actually make it look like what he envisioned. You know,
who picked out what y'all were wearing?
Okay, so shout out to David Melgar. Super creative dude. It's an honor. It's an honor to be working with this cat, man. Real talk, and it gives me peace of mind. Because you can't be good at everything. I can't be good at chokes and jokes and be a stylist and have all the vision. You know, this is a team effort. I can't have all the vision. So shout out to him because it gives us peace of mind. That's like hard work to be like, look, man, this the drip right now. You got to, you know, put this on with this and you got to do it over here.
Yeah, because the like jacket, we had already ordered it, right?
That was a dope jacket.
So that jacket,
man, the comments, man. How do you pronounce it? Shout out to Equiwa or something like that.
We had already had that. We bought the jacket, right? And we didn't know what to kind of. There's so much happening. You can't really rock too much with it.
I feel like I was looking at Conor McGregor, and then I realized it was you.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't know.
Somebody.
You didn't know it was.
I thought that right hand was gonna come out.
Come on now, you did not.
Man,
you stroked his ego so hard right now, bro.
Look, man, I can't help it that I could kind of fight now.
I was like, when did Conor go to the Michoacana? Like, what is up with this?
When did Conor go to Michoacana, right?
Let me not cash a check. What is it? Don't write a check your ass can't cash. I haven't been to jiu-jitsu for months.
So it was a day of going to the mall, finding these things. He had the vision. So it was funny, though, because I had bought another outfit, right? Because what he had told me, and before when I bought it and I left, he was like, "Okay, we're ready to go," because he has no patience. So, but I know that that's not really what it was. So it was like he said yes to this outfit, but I feel in my heart it's not the outfit. And sure enough, when we're coming out of Forever 21, right in front of Zara's is the outfit that I know would have been the outfit. So then I'm like waiting for him to respond to me. Remember
for the stuff for you to wear.
Yeah, for the stuff for me to wear. And it was this dress, right?
Because I had on the Balenciagas. You know what I'm saying?
So anyway, so it was like I knew, and it was funny because when he finally responded, I sent him the picture of the dress. He goes, "That's it." And it was like I knew, and that's how my brain is wired, and that's what and it's just like I know the vision, so I need it to be that way. But anyway, the problem is that we don't ever have enough assistance. Like my sister, shout out to my sister, and I know we shout her out a lot, but she lives nearby.
She's gonna get a boyfriend from this podcast.
Hey, well,
she's gonna get a man.
Hold on, here's her commercial. Rob, you might want to even put some music up under this part.
I don't have it hooked up.
Check this out. My sister-in-law, man. Right now, what is she doing, bro? She inside cooking tortillas by hand, bro. She got a pot of pozole on the motherfucking back, bro. The comal, like the house just smells like love. And she watching my daughter, bro. That's trust. That's family. So if you're trying to be a part of the family, please hit up Cynthia, man. She's single.
It's funny because I know when she's not single anymore, we ain't gonna have no babysitters, so we're screwed.
Yeah.
No, but his sister's always down to babysit. They just live in Pearland, so driving all the way over there, it's a mission.
Well, right now we were having an interesting day. It got a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So Cynthia, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, Cynthia, she down for the cause, and she stays nearby.
Yeah,
so
she lives nearby.
Through,
so yeah.
she's single, fellas. At Hazel_Artemis.
We'll put it in. Insert it on the video at Hazel Artemis.
And in the show notes. If you
First of all, her name is Cynthia. We don't know where the fuck Hazel Artemis.
Hey, all of a sudden she's gonna be like, "Where the fuck are all these
weird?
followers?"
She's gonna be lit. Bling, 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 bling.
You can start getting them dick pics in the DMs.
Yeah.
I don't want to make
She's gonna be so mad.
Cynthia,
oh my gosh.
She's like, is that motherfucker trying to say I'm desperate? Why is he giving me a commercial?
Yeah,
look, my job is to talk shit and keep you on y'all's toes. So we were having a bad day, man, and Cynthia came through. She's with the baby right now, and I just want to thank all the listeners, man, because I'm having a good day now because we get to talk to y'all and broadcast, and we
bipolar. Bipolar.
I just want to say, thanks to everybody listening because this is actually fucking fun. Mm-hmm. This is really super fun, and I hate dealing with. We had to go pick up passports. My girl hopped out. She's like, "Babe, I'll be right back." Boom, hopped out like a soldier, like she was finna ride on them fools. What's up? I thought where you from, man? Spring Branch. Homie.
That was the point. That was the purpose. But
she left her phone behind.
Because I just thought it was an in and out thing.
Nah.
Like, here's my fucking receipt.
Ladies, keep your phone on you. So this is a government building. You got to go through metal detectors to go up. The IRS is in the same building, and parking's a bitch. Parking's a bitch because it's downtown. So I'm riding around with an infant in the car seat behind me, and I'm like just circling the block. And I'm like, I know they just watching me. Like this is way too suspicious.
The cameras on the outside.
Like this dude's gone around 155 times.
Well, I come downstairs. I go and I tell the lady, I left my phone in the car because I thought this was an in and out thing. I said, I need to let my husband know that I'm still stuck up here. Do you have a public phone I can use? They're like, no, we don't have public phones. You'd have to ask somebody to let you borrow their cell phone. I said, you don't have a phone, like an office phone I can pick up? Yeah, no, those are kind of in the back. We only use those for
Facts.
Incoming call. I was just like, oh my God. So then they let me go downstairs so that I could tell them I can't find him. I'm going in circles, walking. Right? That
must have been the one time that I'm like, okay, I need to change scenery and go down 3 blocks and then come back. Mix it up.
I even went across the street of the parking spot. I thought maybe he'd be there. There's another parking spot in the back, another parking garage. So I went and I just finally told the guys I even asked the freaking security guards. I'm like, can I use y'all's phones real quick? I said, I just need to call my husband to let him know.
That must have been when I was parking with the baby.
It probably was.
Getting her out, getting the little car seat out, going to pay at the little kiosk.
It had to happen because as soon as I saw you and I looked back, I thought to myself, I know he's going to get annoyed and he's going to end up coming up here.
And that's what I did after an hour.
And then I thought, no, they probably aren't going to let him come because they're going to close this building soon. So they're going to be dicks and be like, sorry, sir, you can't come up, because that's how they were being.
They are dicks. Like at the fucking passport place.
Oh my God, they're dicks galore.
Have you been to this?
No, I don't have. I need to get my.
You only have to go to that location if you need a passport ASAP. Otherwise, you can go to the post office and get it. But because I needed pennies because we're leaving out of town.
Right.
And then I needed it. I'll tell you that story later.
First of all, fuck the DMV.
Ugh.
Fuck the birth certificate place. Mm-hmm. Fuck them. Fuck all y'all. Fuck TSA as a record label, crew, a staff, a clique. Fuck the motherfucking passport office, because as soon as you go in, these dudes think I guess because it's kind of government building,
of course,
but they're jerks, man. They're like,
But there was only one guy. Shout out to the one nice guy who I told him, I said, I just need to really go tell my husband, I said, that I'm still stuck up here. And that the other old little grumpy little man, he was like, well, there's nothing you can do. You better just sit there. You're going to lose your turn.
They're grumpy as fuck, bro.
And I was like, and that guy's like, you just need to tell him that real quick. I said, that's all I need to tell him. I said, just need to let him know I'm still stuck up here. He's like, okay.
So I'll make it upstairs. I'm like, there you are. It was like this beautiful reunion. It was like slow motion. Viejo, I missed you. I was like, quítate, hombre, que chingado, me tienes aquí, alterado, overwhelmed and shit. So she's like, oh my God, I left my phone. I'm like, yeah. I walk in like fucking Al Bundy with a fucking baby on my hip and shit.
I was like surprised
with the face of defeat.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't have the diaper bag on him. If you would have had the diaper bag, I would have had to have taken a picture.
So she's still not done. She's like, I'm just gonna have to Uber home. I'm like, fuck it, because Rob's waiting. We got a podcast. I'm already like super annoyed. Just get the baby back down. I get home. The worst diaper in the history of diapers. I had to kind of fix that situation. So if anything, we should probably text Cynthia and be like, you know what? Go ahead and give her a bath now. And
get it out of the way.
Again, fellas, at Hazel_Artemis.
We need to get Ed O'Neill on the podcast in the future. Get Al Bundy in here for
we
real.
We already had this probably hasn't aired yet.
I want to drop this tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So what we have coming up next, man, Mo Armour.
Well, that one already dropped.
Oh, that one's out. Okay, Chris DiStefano. That's how much we've been podcasting.
I know.
And one of my motherfucking heroes from childhood, El Pinche Tururu. El Piruration. That motherfucker.
Yeah, that was so dope.
Fucking Luis Alva. And we got to see his show, man.
Oh, how was that?
That was cool. It was a variety show. He still got it. He's what, 65, but he still got it. It's not your traditional stand-up. Richard Villa did traditional stand-up in Spanish, but he added to the variety. The lady sang amazing.
She sings amazing, and they're
Fabiola.
And they improv so well together. You know what I'm saying? Like they did such a good job of going back and forth. They have a skit, but he went off, and she was trying so hard or unless it was part of it. I don't know. For all we know, it might have been part of it.
She's really good as well. She kept up. You know?
She was witty on her feet. So
yeah, it was fresh. The performance was fresh. He did his outfit changes and
nice.
Yeah, he commits to the character just like he said. But an honor, man, and we're on a roll. So
and we have a dedicated fan question episode, which is probably going to be maybe a regular thing in the new year.
That's dope. That's cool.
Remember? So tell me this, because you told me who he was coming in like last minute because we were recording Chris, and then you're like, oh, by the way, Luis Alba's coming.
Do you know who Luis Alba is?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, of course. I spent most of my childhood in Mexico. I remember my abuelita like watching him and a lot of the people in that era on TV. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. And Richard didn't know that I knew Spanish. So at the end of it, he was all like, hey, I don't know if you understood a lot of what we were saying. I was like,
puto.
I was like, Español es mi primer lenguaje. He's like, oh, no, hombre, wey. So we started talking while y'all were talking by the door. But I'm sitting here and worlds were colliding. Listeners, so you know, like as like the podcast producer, and I get to be on the sidelines of a lot of these things. You, the new gen of like what I've consumed in my youth on one side, and Luis de Alba to the other side.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. And you know what? That's cool because I'm very inspired by, like I said, people like him, India Maria, all the old school Chespirito, all those guys. That's a big influence. And to just meet him, shake his hand, and just, you know,
rap with him for an hour.
Yeah. At the house.
At the house.
My mom was like, so you took a picture with him? I was like, man, we kicked it.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It was so cool.
And we hit the Galleria, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, what size shoes you wear, man? You got them J's? Man, put your money away, Luis. You know,
You got him
we were
some
hooping.
Balenciagas.
Balenciagas, you know what I'm saying?
They were
He liked
keeping your
your
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah. Big time.
You know what I'm saying? I got the play version too. You know, those are my everyday, and then I keep the other ones in the box. You know, those are like
He was so
my little
mad.
grown up J's. You
So
know?
he wore his Balenciagos to the photo shoot, right?
Oh yeah.
And
First shot.
it,
Fucking cow shit.
it was in the field, you know,
Oh,
the first.
cow shit.
So he's like, "Fuck, I should have worn the fake ones." He's like,
The little
"I didn't even."
knockoff.
I said, "Yeah, but in the picture, you would have been able to tell that
It
they were
zoomed in on your motherfucking ass.
to see if you were wearing real or fake." You know,
And like we said on the last episode, like I'm not materialistic. Like I have to like motherfuckers got to break it down to me. Like, look, man, this is the style. This is what we need for the photo. All right, business expense, whatever. You know, but I just don't like flexing on motherfuckers. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So we talked about that in the past.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to. You know, because you don't want to be influencing like 8th grade kids to be crying insecure to their mom. Like, "No, mis tenis no me gustan, mamá. Pues, ¿qué tienen? Es que no son Balenciagas como Chingo Bling."
Do you remember back in the day when Fila's and Champion were all, you know, the kind of run of the mill bottom
really?
of the
Because
barrel
I had
shoes?
the hell out of feelers.
Of
Well,
course.
at one point,
At one
they
point
probably
in the
kinda-
past, and now like you buy a Champion hoodie, it's $100.
Oh, one time
What?
I had found before they came back. Thank you very much. There's actually a video on YouTube of me lifting weights wearing old school Fila's, right?
Nice.
Oh, and they try to clown you.
And they clowned me.
That's what I'm saying.
But they weren't in just yet. But I was bringing them in already because I've just loved to shoot. I'm old. I love old school stuff. So anything.
So what you trying to say is you be setting trends.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But anyway, people were clowning those shoes, and they're back. It was like, oh, now everyone's wearing them, but they weren't cool because they weren't. You know, a
Crazy.
couple of years ago, I saw them, and there was the high top ones, and I was like, oh my god, I have to buy them, and I got them, and then it was like they were just trying to bring them out again. And I don't think nobody was catching on until here recently. Celebrity must have worn them. Somebody big must have worn them.
We
for
should
them
have.
to-
We should have. Speaking of David, we should have him on the podcast.
Yeah.
and he could probably break down how trends.
I
Like
was
how do
about
you
to ask
how do you
that,
spot
yeah.
a trend?
That's totally
and
true.
stuff like that,
Because
'cause
that
he's
boy's
always-
ahead of it, man.
He's always ahead. Like
He's
he sees
always
them. That's one of his skills. That he sees the fucking trend coming from a mile away.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, you know.
Don't you have to be on one side of the country that's kind of setting those trends, like East Coast, West Coast? Like
I don't know
Now-
how
no,
he
there's
does
the
it because
internet.
he lives in San
Well,
Antonio
now he
right
lives
now.
in San Antonio, but not only does he have like the innate talent for that, you know, studies it, works on it, on that muscle, you know what I mean? And so now he has it, so he could literally, all he needs is probably just internet connection, and you could know. So for instance, Jeremy Scott is from like middle of nowhere, right? Like Kansas or something in a documentary.
I thought it was like Wyoming, like
Something crazy, like Idaho or something.
Yeah.
But which we do want to go back to Boise. Shout out to Boise. But obviously he moved to LA at some point. But I feel like, man, when you're an artist, you're an artist. You know, like Jackson Pollock and all these dudes, I don't think they necessarily like started in New York. Just like stand up. So, Dave Chappelle's from DC. You know, Mo Amer's from Houston. So it's like you don't have to be from New York or LA.
Kevin
Yeah.
Hart's from Philly.
You know, Future's from Atlanta.
Okay, that was so random.
Yeah,
Just
a weird flex, but okay.
You know, Hakeem Olajuwon, he from Nigeria. Y'all weren't looking, you know, y'all weren't expecting that, but he came, and then, you know,
He saw, he conquered.
you know.
But yeah, so the photo shoot went great. Asking about who chose the clothes, that was
Way to
him.
bring it around, Soul.
Yeah, I'm kind of going.
While she was
She's been in the
multitasking,
business.
while she was texting at
And putting her-
Hazel _
Yeah.
Putting her new shades on.
and putting my shades on.
So we're all kind of sleep deprived, and you know, us mainly because babies, and Rob mainly because Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. So, Chingo and I have been kind of ping-ponging the idea or the whole conversation of Twitch, and that's something that we're going to also do in the new year is getting the podcast streamed
It
on
sounds like
Twitch.
some nerd shit, bro.
It is some to the max nerd shit.
like the dude academics. I think he'd be on
Yeah,
Twitch.
100%. Everyone's on Twitch, man. Jamie, producer Jamie,
He's
young
on Twitch.
Jamie.
It's
Twitch.
so this is like y'all's. This is like y'all's Facebook.
Yeah.
Like tech producer dudes.
Really?
Yeah.
Dudes that know what to do with all the wires, and then you need an adapter for that. It's not going to work direct like that.
Yeah. After when you're done, you think you can look at our printer?
All right. Real talk. I want to pick your brain about, you know, your patience level, and do you read manuals and shit? Because the fucking printer, man, has been acting the fuck up, like bad. It's a bad child. I just want to, Time out, motherfucker. And we're always like, we got to call Rob. He's the printer whisperer.
I can already tell you what it is.
Tech whisper.
I bet you when we brought it in here into the studio,
Different Wi-Fi.
different Wi-Fi. It's on a different network.
Got it.
But-
It worked for me
connected
yesterday. I was able to print this. The new
That might be a big part of the
here.
problem. And then we connected it via, what is that, USB?
Yeah, A to B.
So it doesn't talk. They don't communicate like that?
Yeah, they talk
No,
to
it
each
does,
other.
yeah.
Well, I don't know how to fuck with the settings, but
Yeah, he just
that
probably
didn't solve
do
the
it
problem.
But I got it to work yesterday.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't know what happened that day. But
The printer saga has been going on for a while because when I first moved in here, Chingo was trying to print something. I thought he was
Yeah.
going to lose his mind.
but going back to that Fortnite, the other day I was watching. I start my morning with Good Morning America, and
Like a real adult.
yeah,
like a real red-blooded American, a patriot.
with coffee in my hand and
And a
my
gun in
child.
the other.
A well-informed patriot.
That's where I get my news.
So you could be like, what the hell?
White.
White wheat? Before I say good morning, I have to make sure I check in with the cast of Good Morning America.
So that's my news, and they were talking about how a lot of the characters do these old school dances or these dances that are out and they're being sued. So the guy, so Carlton, what's his real name?
Alonzo.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Ribera or something
Yeah,
like
it's with
that?
the
Alfonso.
B. It's like really
Yeah,
spelled
yeah, yeah.
different. Anyhow, he's suing that Fortnite
Epic. Yeah, he's
because the guy does his dance identical. And so the guy from Scrubs also came out and said there's another character that does this like the Running Man with something else mixed in it, but I think he did it on an episode. He would do it on the episodes of Scrubs. So he kind of called them out at this like Scrubs reunion like panel thing that they had. And so then that happened. And then what's the other boy that
The backpack
did
kid,
this?
the backpack, the floss dance,
Okay,
yeah.
that guy. So now he's trying to get dibs on some money too. But the Alfonso guy is really going in to where he already made a case of it. They're going to court. He's getting some of that
How do you
bread.
feel? How do you feel about that, Rob?
I feel like we live in a litigious society, and if you want to make an angle for something like that, the people that, like for instance, Fortnite, they're probably going to pay something now,
They're going to have to.
but they're not getting rid of it. Like they're just going to like, here's your settlement, shut up, let's move on, because they've got that much money.
Oh, because they made not 1 million, 1 billion just from 2017 till to
All right, so
today.
yeah.
so basically, yeah, people are so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, however, I don't want to say, look, man, y'all stealing from black culture and black inventiveness. I don't want to go to the other opposite route, but could you see it like Black Boy JB from Memphis, who came up with the little that little dance?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? This little, I'm too uncoordinated to do the shit. But anyway, he invented it. It's almost like he coded it, treated it like software. His choreography is something that never existed. So my question, something we could research, is how like the government or like copyright law, how do they? I want to ask one of my lawyer friends, like, what's the law, because it's unprecedented. What I was telling Soul is like, it's a collision of this crazy tech world that we live in. Like, bro, these video games are like next fucking level. They're bigger than movies and everything else. And across with people like for instance, the moonwalk, it was already in the hood, but Michael Jackson put it out there.
Right.
I thought it was a dancer that was. So
it was a guy.
Right?
It was a guy that was a break dancer, but Michael Jackson didn't invent it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he did it. No.
So he kind of became he made himself he put it out there into the world, right? But there wasn't social media back then,
Right.
So now you could see the paper trail of like, no, the Shiggy dances, that Kiki D or whatever other little thing, because like Mickey always does all the dances from Fortnite, because that's a big part of the game, I guess. I've never played it.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never played it yet. So
I
she
have zero desire to play any video games now. I was like,
We
I
talked
told
about
you,
this on the past
I was a
episode, yeah.
big gamer growing up, and then it was like, ever since they got 2 3D for me, like
Too 3D, too realistic.
Yeah, it was like, whoa.
hold on, what's this, a movie trailer? What's
Yeah,
happening?
like, and then if I would get dizzy, like, because it was too like real, I was like, whoa.
there are side effects with
I was
this.
like, yeah, I can't do this. It was like, I tried to
When
play.
you started collecting stamps and watching Good Morning America.
Yeah.
And then had a pet rock too.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I was trying to play. I was what was that? Call of Duty.
Uh-huh.
And it was just way too much when the
much movement.
gun clock like the the chamber.
She's having a seizure right now.
I was
She's
like,
talking about
it
it.
was
Too
like
many goddamn
way
video
too
games.
much. It was like, okay, hold up here. Like, I just can't have. And then I like seriously wanted to turn because you know how like you turn with the stupid little.
Hey, pero like I turn right, y nombre, my neck, todo el jale aquí se me salió
It was just way.
el vertebrae se me chingó.
Well, imagine when the Oculus takes off and those games are like, you have the VR headset. Have you seen that? There's a treadmill that you walk on so that you're actually turning in the direction.
Instead
that
of
the
going
character-
outside.
Instead, yeah, that's one way people are looking at it.
Or
You're
you
getting
don't take your bitch
Did I
out.
not just have this conversation with you, babe?
Ready Player One.
exactly. That is literally reality.
I am one thing that I don't know how it's going to work in my favor because that's why I never like to say never because you never know, right?
Right.
But one thing I don't want my child is to be such a gadget, like obsessed with gadgets and just so like.
As she watches YouTube all day.
Yeah.
El pan
On-
Well, she kind
On
of she
her
watches a
tablet.
music video. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she's sitting there playing a game
she's watching
or.
it.
I love having this conversation, so I'm glad you're bringing it up.
Yeah, it's kind of like I want her to be outside. Like the other day, you know, we got turf. I had her outside, and she was like,
know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Astro
wow.
World Turf. Astro Turf.
so she, you know, she was outside like, oh, this is really cool. Like, that's what I want. You know, I want her to be outside riding her bike. Like, I don't want her to be on. I'm not saying it's not going to happen because obviously, how are you going to entertain a child when you're in the car?
Right. Those knobbies. Get them a Knobby Juniors for kids. It's a tablet that's like not an iPad. It's not an Amazon Fire, but it's like for toddlers.
Like straight games.
okay.
It's straight educational games.
What?
And
Yeah, that's
it's
what
called
I
a
need for
Knobby.
her.
Oh, you're just doing buku math all day.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the best.
Yeah, that's what I need for
We
her.
gave it to them when they turned 3. Now they're 4, and they still use it, but they're kind of outgrowing it. But it's the best tablet for
Oh
a kid.
man, what's it called? Hold on, let me write the shit.
Knobby Junior.
N.
Nobi
Okay.
Junior. There's a Knobby Junior and then a Knobby.
And before we move on from our debate, I think they should cut that check to all them young choreographers that
Oh, yeah.
coded the software of the
Well,
drip.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about parallel thinking then? Because, like for instance, like jokes, like oh, so and so might have
Okay.
taken my idea. Maybe there was just parallel thinking about the subject, the topic, the moves.
But come on,
I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
that obvious though.
Wait. So you're saying that they might have coincidentally? This is fun. He's like a lawyer. Like coincidentally have kind of thought of the same dance.
Well, it's like we have a game called Maddie's Mix Up, very similar to Jenga, but it's color coded. It has a dice. Is it the same game or is it a whole new game?
I feel like in that
So
case,
they remixed it.
if the rules are different, so in the Jenga whatever, that I kind of see is like if the rules are different enough. And you maybe throw in a different, like it's not just the dice and the wood. Like if there's something else you could kind of throw in there, like oh, there's the scorecard sheet with the stars or whatever the system is, right?
Yeah.
If it's points or some shit, then yeah, that kind of is a new thing. But there's no way in hell the fucking nerds at fucking Fortnite
Epic
came
Games.
up with all the drip, like all the dances. You wish you could have you wish you could have a machine that cranks out pop culture. You know what I'm saying?
We do.
Like,
It's called the internet.
that the internet, yes, but it's not someone who, like, let's just say.
So you're saying the computer?
What I'm saying is Kanye.
Who's going to be on Rogan in the future?
Oh, I can't wait for that.
When is that?
He hasn't said it yet, but they're talking already.
What?
Well, I saw Rogan tweet at him, but I don't know. Did he reply?
Yeah, so he mentioned it on one of the recent episodes that like they've opened the dialogue, but they haven't like set a date.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be
Well, yeah.
because Rogan.
He said like it's not an interview, man. Let's just come talk about mental health.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep it super simple. Talk
Yeah.
for 30 minutes. Talk for 3 hours. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. That's gonna be pretty.
Speaking of Kanye, how about his sister-in-law?
Speaking of Kanye, Kylie Jenner is the
Kylie
richest person
Jenner
on the fucking planet.
Is fucking tied.
This bitch
on
is
the
Amazon.
on the top 10 most rich people on the Forbes list, but she's tied with Jay-Z, bro.
All off makeup?
All of her makeup. Can you believe that?
No.
Wait, hey man.
And then what is that Lucas Walker guy? The one that sold the Star Wars to Disney?
George
Is that
Lucas.
it? George Lucas.
Oh,
There you go.
Disney?
Lucas
Look, she said Luke
Walker.
Skywalker.
I thought she was talking about Chuck Norris or
What's the
something.
guy's name? Obi-Wan Kenobi. What's the name? Obi-Wan Kenobi Bryant.
Why do you always have to make fun of the way I talk?
I mean, you sound like the old lady on. Come on, Cletus. Like on Nutty Professor. What's the one they call Obi-Wan Kenobi? The boy who sold Star Wars to Disney. What's his name? Pixar? What's his name? Coco. Go on.
Anyway, he's the richest right now. He's number one, but it's because he sold it to Disney.
Really?
Yes. So he
He's
made
still the richest?
Yeah, but
man.
because they said that's where he made a lot of his money this year was from him selling the Star Wars to Disney.
You're not a Star Wars fan?
Wait. Hold on. What did I miss?
I'm asking, are you a Star
Why am I
Wars-
not a Star Wars?
I'm asking, are you a Star
didn't say
Wars
you
fan?
weren't.
No, it's
He
'cause-
said, "Are y'all not?"
No,
Yeah.
because I asked a question. He's like, damn, Chingo.
Were you saying like Star Wars can't be number one? It's got to be.
No,
Well,
because
no,
I
no.
thought Jeff Bezos was number one.
No.
Oh.
And that wasn't this year. That was last year.
And then it's Steven Spielberg is actually number two,
Well, hold on. Here's my question. This is the richest individual.
which going back to Ready Player One was the reason how he made most of his money this year.
Because this is how I look at it.
I didn't know that.
George Lucas, you the man, but this is how I look at it. Who cuts your checks, George?
Right.
Disney. So that boy Walt, Mickey. Can't forget about Mickey.
Now, but I mean, before it was LucasArts, his production company. Can you imagine that? You created something as big as LucasArts.
Man, that's what we're trying to do, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're trying to be the Disney. This is kind of a startup because we're in the garage.
100%. Mark Maron started.
So
the
George
podcast.
Lucas was 5.4 billion.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Steven Spielberg 3.7 billion.
And then Kylie.
Oprah 2.8 billion, and she made most of hers off of Weight Watchers because she invested in Weight Watchers
That's
this
where her
year.
money- most of
so
her money
a lot
came
of it, that just increased her money.
Wow.
She already had a shitload of money, but that
Smart.
just put her at $1 billion now, like at 2.8 billion. She was probably at 2.2, and now she's at 2.8.
And then it's El Chapo and then Kylie.
And then it's Michael Jordan, still at 1.7, and then Kylie and Jay-Z at 900 million. They're tied.
They still haven't hit the billion? I'm surprised Jay-Z ain't hit the billion.
Her cosmetic brand made more than 630 million since it launched two years ago.
Yeah.
That many people buy the makeup?
And the guy from Good Morning America, when they were talking about this, check this out. He said that both his daughters got grounded because he has said they were not allowed to go and sit in line to get that new lipstick that she was launching or whatever, this exclusive lipstick that she had. And he's like, no, you're going to wait until we can take you. And they snuck out or some shit and they went and bought it. So they got grounded for I don't know how long, all over a Kylie Jenner lipstick, bro.
That's some real affinity
Well-
there from the fans.
Yeah,
Can you imagine having fans like that? That little teenage girls.
You know what the mind fuck of it all is? So where do you go to see Kylie in action? Either reality TV, she'll be in some
Instagram.
episodes,
Instagram and Snap.
or social media.
Mm-hmm.
Her social media is that big. Because out of all those people she named, Oprah, Jay-Z, so on and so forth, Spielberg, think about what they had to do and what they had to make, what they had to create, what they
Yeah.
had to sell to get on that list. So Homeboy had to make Jaws and shit. The other one had to make Star Wars. This bitch sold chapsticks. Jay-Z, he pimped the pen. He wrote some fucking fly-ass hits, some raps. And that's how he got on the list. And he finessed it into other businesses, right?
Yeah.
lipstick.
Diddy's also on this top 10.
Shit, he done sold vodka, TV shows, records.
Oh, speaking of
Clothing.
alcohol, George Clooney. Did you hear about his deal last year where him and a good friend of his organically created a tequila company because they just couldn't find a tequila on the shelf that they liked, right?
They were just like,
so they're chilling on an island, on some private island. They decide, let's just make a tequila. Less than a year later, it sells for $1 billion. I forgot what it's called.
Man, that's inside information at that point.
Right?
Hey, bro, look. Hey, George. Like someone's agent, right? Pretend George's manager. Like, hey, man, my partner over there at, Diageo, they distribute all the liquor brands.
Oh, really? You don't say.
They say, this is the play, George. If you're down, I don't want to put more work on your plate. But my boy up there said, in that there's a category wide open that they're willing to pretty much acquire if you can just kind of get it up off the ground, hire a marketing team, don't spend over how much did they give him?
$1 billion.
Okay, don't spend over $50 million on this, bro. Just hire the staff. That's plenty of money for advertising and promotions and doing events. My partner said he gonna buy it off you for whatever, $1 billion.
Really?
That's a play. They pulled that's a play.
Dude, it's crazy. So I'm at a restaurant here in town, and
That's your theory?
No,
That's not a bad theory. I mean,
I'm bullshit.
Crazier things have happened.
No, but maybe someone in his staff said, look, you, like for instance, let's say you're part of George Clooney Enterprises. Check it out, George. Are you trying to saturate the market and just work yourself to death and do 10 movies? Can the market even sustain 10 George Clooney movies? No, you're not that hot anymore like that. So how do we take some of your social equity, your little asset, and your money, and let's come up with another, like when people diversify. Martha Stewart don't just host TV shows. She has a magazine. The Magnolia people, Chip and Joanne, they have a network now. Like basically it's kind of like who's a good example? Mark Wahlberg, The Rock,
Conor McGregor.
Well, Mark Wahlberg, because it's kind of like, hey man, you're in the movie game. Why don't you just start producing some of these? And Kevin Hart just got in that same lane. So it's not just, you're not just going to put me in your movie.
Right.
I'm going to kind of make a movie with you. You could distribute it. So that's kind of how I see the...
Well, going back to the products, Conor McGregor's Proper 12 whiskey. He's made more money. It launched 2 months ago than he has doing anything else. And he made $100 million when he fought Mayweather. He's made more money just off the whiskey. I just saw Ryan Reynolds. You know, he's playing the voice of Pikachu in the new Pokemon movie coming out. He has a bottle of rum at the Monday Night Football halftime show. They're talking about the movie. Meanwhile, he's holding this bottle of rum, and then at the end of it, he's like, "Oh, by the way, I got a booze company here. You know, go check it out."
So those are all cool examples of like people like you know who's good. That Honest, what's her name? Jessica Alba.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica Alba, man. Honest Company.
She is on it.
She's probably made more off of that
100%.
than she has off her.
Fucking
she probably
Fantastic Four and all
she look
that.
at movie shit like Peanuts. Like, bro, that was my mixtape.
Yeah.
She's like, I got in the wrong business.
She's like, I just needed y'all to just peep me out. You know what I'm saying? I just had to be on the big screen. Y'all kind of peep game, and then I'm gonna flip the script. So all these people are entrepreneurs. Like they found that sweet spot between like their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Kind of like, all right, one of my strengths. Like, you don't think Matthew McConaughey could slang cologne or some shit? You know,
He
something.
slangs
He
Lincolns.
does. Yeah,
Like
he
the
slangs.
Matthew
Slang
McConaughey
Lincolns.
kid. Man, what kind of navigator you
And
want?
then
Man,
he used to
give me
do. Didn't he used to do Reliant?
Energy?
Yeah, he does the voice, right? Or
And
something.
that one, they probably just paid him. Like, here's the money. You're not gonna own a piece of Reliant. You know, but
But you think he's gonna own a piece of Lincoln?
no, not Lincoln. But maybe there's a McConaughey kit. like Eddie Bauer.
Like a trim. You're right.
Oh my
You're right.
God. What beer number is that one right now?
Unfortunately, just one.
No. I'm
This is
bullshitting.
really-
Here's the point I really want to make. All those people are smart entrepreneurs because they found the sweet spot between Conor McGregor. Yeah, I'm a fighter. Yes, I'm famous. And yes, I've made money. But if this pops off, I'm going to make more off that than I ever did off of getting hit.
And
in
you
the
don't have to and then you don't have to fight anymore. You know what I'm saying? That adrenaline can only be fun for so long before you're like, you know,
And
you
you
can't
could
be
get hurt.
old and do it. you
So
know?
going back to Fortnite, actually, funny enough, so one of the biggest gamers on that game, his name's Ninja. He goes by Ninja. He was actually on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon the other day, and he was recently they made a video because people were starting to unsubscribe from his channel because he's making so much money. Like, this guy makes between I think $10 and $15 million a month playing video games. And people were like, fuck Ninja, he's got too much money. And he kind of made a video like, guys, like, I'm creating content. You like watching me. It's fun. I'm trying to set up my family, my family's family, my kids forever. So
Help me out.
Yeah,
Hey.
support me if you want. And it's weird the way people think about that when you do hit your stride and you start going up and they're like, whoa, we wanted to support you on the way up there.
Well, this is how I see that, man. It's like he might have got like overexposed. Like, he probably did too many deals to where he was too public, and it makes him feel like a sellout. So maybe his fans are kind of hardcore, and they're like, we liked him better when only we knew him.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what happens. You probably know that. I'm sure people have said that.
Well, I don't think I ever got like oversaturated, but like for instance, like Lil Jon at one point, you know, I think he ran that risk, made his money, and then pivoted, and he's still in the game. But for a while, it's like every beat, every commercial, every song, energy drink, every music video, every cameo, every show.
Yeah.
You know, when like all the award shows. So you just got to be careful.
He even went to the Zumba fitness.
Well, shit, get your money. I'm not. mad
He
at
was
that.
there. Like, he performed
At your
the
place?
conference, the Zumba fitness.
Oh, the conference.
Yeah, the conference one year when I went. He was there. I was like, Little John and Zumba.
But yeah, the dope thing about him is like he was almost like, it still is like a part of pop culture. Because even when Dave Chappelle did the skit about him, he was almost joking about how well known he was.
Yeah,
in a way, or whatever. Almost like he's almost like a character, like, you know, like me or Flavor Flav or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
we should tell people this is like the holiday episode because you guys are going out of town, and this is since this is dropping tomorrow. We're talking about Christmas. Let's talk about vacation. Talk about family time. Wrapping up 2018.
Well, this is our first Christmas with Penny. I was pregnant last year during this time.
That's right.
So Penny is here this Christmas. Actually, no one knew yet Christmas.
Well, I don't know.
I don't remember. I think it was Thanksgiving. I hadn't told anybody yet. It was Christmas when they knew already. Only the family knew. And it was funny because the picture that we took as a group, I hid behind someone and I stood like this so that you couldn't see like my stomach yet. But one of my cousins immediately texted me because I hadn't told them yet. And they were like, we told like his sisters, like our immediate family first.
They were like, pregnant or tamales?
Yeah. So she was like, she's like, are you pregnant? I was like, no, why?
Tamales.
She's like, man, you look, you know, thicker than usual. She's like, right? You know, it was funny, but I was like, might as well tell her.
And we're going to Mexico City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Southwest. Hashtag, where will your points take you?
Yeah, we're going there from
Come over
the
to hashtag,
26th
right?
through the 30th.
Did you hear about Southwest that there was a heart on one of their planes, like a random heart that was supposed to be delivered, and somebody left it on a Southwest plane?
Like in an ice box?
Yeah. Legit. You didn't hear about this story?
So when hearts get delivered, they fly Southwest. Hey, man, I want you to take care of this heart, Playboy.
People were like, they can't get people there on time, but they're putting a heart on this fucking plane.
How you forget?
Wow.
So someone like got a plane ticket and carried just my carry-on.
Yeah.
And did it have like ice packs?
I don't remember how it was wrapped.
How do you travel with a heart?
Yeah,
like,
they left the package on the plane. It still apparently made it to its destination, it's just a little bit late.
Like a little thawed
What
out.
it was like in the cargo or
I don't know.
someone
what it was.
actually?
I think somebody actually
under the seat.
Oh wow!
I have to go back. This was like 5 days ago. But
Was it like in a Ziploc bag?
That's interesting. Yeah, so we're going to Mexico City. We're excited because Penny got her passport. She looks so freaking adorable.
She looks very ethnic.
She looks these little Chinese eyes.
Yeah, she does look
Look at
Asian.
this little Cambodian baby. Nah, she kind of like half Japanese mixed with like paisa.
Yeah, and so that was so cute to have her there, and she has no idea what we were doing at that passport office, but she was there
She was just peeping game.
Yeah.
Like, looking to the left, looking to the right.
It was hilarious.
Alert.
But so I'm excited. It's going to be my first time traveling with an infant. We've traveled with Mickey, which is easy, obviously, because you know. But this time it'll be as a family.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
It should be fun. And I think we're probably going to try to like rent a car in Mexico City, just so we're not hopping in and out of Ubers with the little stroller. You can take your time.
Although our stroller turns into a car seat, so we
You
really
can.
can technically. We've Ubered before with it, which is easy. You just kind of like put the seatbelt. It's got these little things on it where you just like strap the seatbelt around it if you don't have the base for it. So
interesting.
But yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun for the girls. And this is Mickey's first time going to Mexico. She's never been to Mexico
because she's never been. So she has this weird, like it's all in her imagination.
And her thing is like, what am I going to eat there? She has no idea.
She has no idea. And I told her, I was like, Mexico City is like bigger than New York, LA, Houston. And they have probably nicer museums than most of these cities.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. They have this huge Central Park, like a bunch of cool stuff. She's like, really? I thought it was like dangerous and this and that. I was like, man.
At 10, she's already thinking this dangerous.
I was like, there's some parts.
Yeah.
Because you hear like adults and, she's not only in my house, she's,
Right.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I'm excited about that. And then we'll be here for the New Year's. And we haven't done Christmas shopping either. So if that's...
Hey, I got a little list of little notes in my phone.
You mean you haven't gone on Amazon.com yet and ordered your stuff?
I got Mickey's stuff. Obviously, her stuff is already bought. I got a few more things we got to get her, and then she's pretty much done.
Let me ask you this, Rob. What percentage, when you have to shop for stuff, what percentage you go into the store versus online?
I'm not gonna lie. I still go to the store more than I do online.
Really?
But I'm like of a few rare breed apparently.
I check online first before I go to the store. So if I can find it online and it can be delivered to my house, I'll do it online. But if it has to be an item where I have to go to the store to get, then, like for example, Mickey wants an Adidas hoodie jacket, and she wants some of the pants, right? Mm-hmm. So I went on Adidas.com, but it won't make it here by Christmas. So now I'm gonna have to go to the Adidas store in the Galleria to go get her what
That's
she
my
wants.
thing. I procrastinate too much, so then I have to get it like last minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I'm online. My shopping is mainly online.
Yeah.
Because my mind goes to, can I get it online? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. Like for instance, like patio furniture, a baby crib. Theoretically, we could.
The baby crib is going to be online. I just don't want to go to the store.
Yeah, fuck with all that.
I don't want to go with
For
that.
like a crib?
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now she's
outgrown her little bassinet.
That's scary. Growing up fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's on 5 months.
That bassinet was supposed to last until they're like 8 months. She's not even 6.
It's a big little girl.
She's like too long. It's crazy. So
I guess her dad must be tall, man. I want to meet this cat.
I don't know who her dad is. He's Asian and tall.
I know.
Yao Ming's brother.
Hey, and she got a picture, pan to a picture of her and Yao Ming.
Yao Ming's the milkman. Damn.
I want to say Yao Ming is the dad.
Yeah, so that should be that's gonna be fun. We're gonna do Christmas here at the house.
I don't know. Don't be surprised if you hear this on stage. Like throw it in the beginning. It was like, yeah. So my wife took a picture with Yao Ming, and later on that night we went and had dinner.
Why aren't you writing this down?
And then later as like a callback when it's like, so my baby, she's extra tall for her size, and her eyes really Asian, and oh fuck, Yao Ming. Like I just realized it on stage.
If you notice though, in the Christmas pictures that I've been posting, 99% of them look like my eyes are closed, and they're not. It's because my eyes are just so,
Yeah, when I met her, I was like, ni hao.
You know what you could add to that? I was like, we went to the Rockets-Lakers game because,
Yao Ming, I mean,
Jeremy Lin, I was going to say, is another.
Oh, Jeremy Lin,
Yeah.
My boy Victor Tran, he has a funny joke about Jeremy Lin. It's hilarious. Yeah.
What's his name?
Really Jeremy?
Victor Tran. We
Okay.
should probably have him on here at some point. Yeah, Victor Tran.
Jeremy Lin's like the only Chinese NBA player doing it.
I thought he was Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese, Japanese, I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was just
I'm like, damn, you threw him both
wait.
out. Like, hold on, bro.
Wait, when he said Japanese, Chinese, I was waiting for it's the same thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
oh my
no.
God, don't
Hey,
do
I
it.
know is that I don't know.
Look, man, What Did He Say podcast stands with the Asian community, man. A lot of my homeboys is Asian, bro. Shout out to my Filipinos and my Vietnamese, and
What's like when you tell a Puerto Rican or Dominican or whatever, you Mexican, like they take such offense to that.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
Soul's
how do you-
reaction was my reaction.
Well, how do you get mad? They call you like something else, like
Nah,
Puerto
man.
Rican?
Like I'm brown. Like I am of Latin descent. Whatever do you think I might be?
Because I thought you was Iranian, bro.
That's what Chris thought. Chris was like, "Hey, that majestic beard over there. Like, are you Mexican?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Mexican, man."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, those are some cool episodes, man. I feel like we were on a roll.
So going back to gifts, according to Chingo, he's got a list of gifts.
Yeah, I got notes
on his phone.
You
I've not seen one package delivered.
I haven't ordered it yet, boo boo.
Christmas is like this weekend.
Christmas ain't about gifts.
He still has not.
Christmas ain't about gifts.
He goes, I got a
Fuck,
few.
am I gonna have to go to the store?
He's like, I've got a few.
Do what I did.
I found a few things that I think I'm gonna on
You
the
order
Christmas list. I'm like, oh, you're buying me something?
Yeah,
I'm like,
track of time.
nah, I don't believe it. I was like, I know
Fuck
you're
it.
not.
I'm going to the store. Man.
That's stupid.
It is
I'm
what
like-
it is.
I'm like, I don't believe it. He's like, it is. There's a list. He goes, well, mainly they're like things for us, so it's not for me. It's
fly
for
shit.
us.
Dope fly shit.
Honestly, for me, the Christmas gift was honestly for me was having the studio done, because that was something that I really wanted to have done.
The AstroTurf,
I really wanted to have that done. And those are all things that I know that they're business related, but there are things that were on my like, okay, this needs to be done type thing, and it makes me feel good that it was done.
I think this is like officially like a mini fantasy factory. Like, are you a fan of Rob Dyrdek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Fuck
I love
yeah.
him.
Speaking
Yeah.
of entrepreneurs,
Oh, dude.
Man.
You follow him on Instagram?
nah, I think
I
I
do,
but
yeah.
I need to.
So he's got, his page, but he also has like his enterprise page. Like,
Oh no, I don't follow that one. I only follow
have to-
it's personal.
Yeah, I'll have to see what it is, but it's basically like his machine that everything goes through. Like all of his endeavors go on this, all the brand projects, all the product services that he works on are on this Instagram page. It's kind of pretty cool.
That's dope. Mm. Yeah, he's one of those guys that.
And that's why, we're,
next level.
We're doing a little bit more real estate and stuff like that, but that's why we want to bust a move. You know what I mean? Do some entrepreneurial shit. But I want to do it super right, to where all the research, the business plan, mission statement, like every aspect, like marketing,
R&D,
everything about like how would you even be able to franchise it? Like would somebody in New York even want to be like, hey, I want that concept?
Like, remember I was telling you that I was reading the Chip and Joanne Gaines book, and I'm not done with it, but just kind of reading it makes, like, I was kind of getting to that point where I was like not losing sleep, because I just kept feeling like, damn, that studio's not going to be done and like by the end of the year, and I was just kind of stressing it out, and so anyway, reading that book though just kind of kept like in the faith. It's like it's going to happen. Everything takes time, so
my thing is this: is there going to be, obviously everything's a lot of work, so it's almost like you want to you familiar with 4-hour work week?
100%.
Like, do you really want to create something? Because as not like a serial entrepreneur or whatever, but like I've had a lot of little projects.
No, that's the right term.
So a lot of little projects, I'll put it like that. I'm not going to say everything's all the way full-fledged, but sometimes you have to I've learned to be a little bit more patient and not just jump in right away, like invest, like, fuck yeah, I'm in, let's do this. I kind of see how it could go down, so that basically you beware of creating some shit that now you have to babysit.
But do you know what's funny is, okay, and this is kind of how it works, right? He feeds me what he's planning, right? This is what I'd like to do. So then I turn around and do all the research and whatever needs to be done, and then I'll kind of tell him these are the steps. This is what we need to do. Does this make sense? Oh, perfectly. And then once it happens, it's right there. And then it's like all of a sudden he's got 800 other questions. Like, what?
What do you mean 800?
Like when we were like talking to Adriana about. And it's like
zip codes and stuff.
Yeah, all of a sudden, all these other. Well, I just don't want to invest.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, I get it. Like it's a more of a personal thing. But what I'm saying is like he is someone who's right now. What I'm trying to get at is right now he's at that point in his life where he asks a lot more questions than I'm sure he probably did like before. Like how you always said that you would jump into shit and then like later.
Well, I like being creative. I like creating stuff. I love business. You know what I'm saying? DJ B-I-Z. I love business, all that shit. I'm a nerd for all that stuff. And like what I was trying to say earlier about those examples of all those people we named, like Rob Dyrdek and Kylie and all these people, is finding that sweet spot, man. And I feel like we definitely have a lot of like assets and equity in our space. I'm not saying like I'm fucking Kanye, pop culture, fucking influencer, nothing like that. But we do got a popping ass podcast. And we do move the culture forward. You know what I'm saying? We do got the best drip drop. You know what I'm talking about? So we the shit is what I'm trying to say. So be on the lookout. We're gonna fucking do some shit, and just hopefully. I know we're gonna plan it out to where it's not gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like going back.
You can still go out of town. And I'll be like, fuck. I have to fucking put out 10 fires a day.
Well, a big part of the 4-hour work week, if you haven't read it, is going back to the principle of the 80-20 principle. Like you putting in 20% of the effort, getting 80% of the result out of it, which is what everyone kind of strives to do. And a big thing in business too is having a team. And for people listening that might be curious and are entrepreneurs as well, is do you have one of two things on your team? The creator and the container and the expander. The container is a person that does your day-to-day operations, sounds like soul. Your expander is the person who takes the idea, runs with it, shares it, has kind of waters it, while the container is adding the soil and making sure that the things around the plant are growing. So you need somebody who's the expander, who lets the idea flourish, and the container.
Where the fuck you hear this shit at? What book is container expander?
Hey.
No, I'm serious.
This is Pete's vocabulary right here.
It's just a lot of...
So who said container expander?
That's a big principle of Tony Robbins.
Oh. So basically the business is the plant. And the container is somebody or a department in your team that gives it a place to
Okay,
live.
perfect example. Right now, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to praise you because I've been, and I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass later, because I was telling Pete, I was like, I'm so, I props to you because this podcast we've kind of delayed on doing because it was like
it's a lot of
we
work.
needed a Rob.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We needed this person who was going to help execute because he and I can't do everything all the time. It's hard. Like I can't be the person holding the camera. I can't be the person reading off the questions. I can't.
Person looking thick.
I can't be everything, and then like, can you do the podcast with me today?
You're like, do you want me to be thick or you want me to run the podcast? Which one? Because I got to go work on these glutes. I got to squat 5,000 pounds. Which one is it?
You know what I'm saying? So I was just telling him, you've taken this and you've
initiative.
You take the initiative of like posting stuff without us saying, "Hey Rob, have you posted anything on the Instagram account?"
podcast?
You know what I'm saying? So thank you.
At what did he say?
We need a soundboard next week.
Yeah, but
Or you
yeah.
could
So
plug in
thank
a little
you.
phone.
No, I appreciate that.
And it's going back to having a team.
Oh yeah. So to continue giving you props, we knew we need to fill this particular role. Somebody that's like tech savvy and they understand the vision and they good at podcasting and all that shit. But the response was like, that's super specific. Where the fuck are you gonna find somebody
Who
like
has that job
Like,
description?
where do you find this person?
And now, mind you,
we went to the Art Institute.
I went to the Art Institute.
Oh,
Then
wow.
I went on Indeed, and I thought, what is the job description for a podcast producer so that I can perhaps post something, like go on LinkedIn or whatever and see if I can find anybody that does this position.
And the whole time Rob is at home like, I have these fucking skills. Nobody's hiring for that. Where do I go to apply for this fucking...
And it was crazy because the first time he
I'm badass
mentioned
at Fortnite. I'm good on Twitch.
Had a brick and mortar business as well.
I know about Ninja. Well, yeah, of course. You know.
So it was like he mentioned you a while back. He's like, this guy. And I'm just like, I was like, I don't know, more money. I'm like, gosh. And he's like, let's just do it. He's like, I think let's test him out. I was like, all right. And then you were willing to come so that we can test you out without like paying, anything. You're like, no, let me show you. And then if you feel that we're a match, because anything in business, it's like you're kind of dating each other.
For sure.
And then you got to break up if it doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So
We're all familiar with that.
yeah. So it's just kind of like,
your brick and mortar business. I'd love to pick your brain about that because possibly one of the things that we want to get into might be actual physical, like brick and mortar type of spot. We don't want to say what, but
I have the vision already.
Yeah.
well, there's like several visions. There's like, and then there's this. We can also do that,
And that's a big part of it. Is like that's where everything starts. The inception is like, what's the vision, right?
Yeah. So some of that stuff is like you got to make sure.
And it's fascinating. So to sum it all up, if I mind toot my own horn, is where instead of the Art Institute and Indeed, literally I was putting in the 10,000 hours, the 10 years into small business entrepreneur, and at the same time simultaneously podcasting for almost 10 years. I've interviewed hundreds of people from around the world, the producers, the actors, the fighters, the entrepreneur, other fellow business owners that were doing the things I wanted to do. And here, 8 years later, I'm like, okay, I get to utilize those skills and with somebody who's obviously already leaps and bounds ahead of where I'm at.
You seen how he said it when he said, he looked at me, he's like, hundreds, not your little episode 45 or whatever you on, Chingo. From around the world.
Here's
Chingo.
another thing. To add on to what you were saying, that you guys can't do it all. The fact you had this, you've been doing it for a year technically, but everything else that I've observed in the last 4 or 5 months that we've been working together, and then you still manage to upload episodes onto iTunes and YouTube and edit audio and video, like that takes a lot of time in its own.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you did it.
It was
sometimes.
like stressful sometimes because it's like,
Between jiu-jitsu, open mic.
no, let me tell you why. It's because I have a list of stuff that are going on, right? That are happening, right? And I'll ask my job, I'll say,
Did you get my Christmas gift yet?
is what's happening? I can go buy my own Christmas gifts technically.
You know what I'm saying? My baby is an interpreter.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway, go ahead.
come on. What I'm saying is like, now you made me lose my train of thought. What was I talking about right now?
You said you asked me because it's your job to remind me.
Okay, yeah. So I'll ask him like, so what's the deal with the podcast? Are we pausing? He's like, well, this is happening, that is happening, and then we're gonna have to call somebody to come help because so that they can watch the. And it was like not fun like how it is now. It's fun now.
Okay. So you're saying in the past it was more of a production.
It was like a job. It was a chore because we have to stay on top of it because consistency is part of.
Here was the biggest pain point that was eliminated from that pain in the ass to how we have it running now is having a fixed studio where it's constantly set up.
No, but we did have one. Our old office.
Studio B.
Okay. Wheeler?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, let me say this. Okay. We had it in a space that was multi-purpose, where there was like, move this shit out the way, put the green screen up. We're going to brainstorm. Okay, move that out the way. Oh, Pete, what's this recorder? That's for the podcast. Are we podcasting? No, put it away. Or whatever. So now we're like, basically it's like getting broken down.
Podcast room, babe?
Equipment gets broken down, put in the Tupperware. My point is this, or sorry, let me just try to, you don't have to agree with me. A big pain point that was eliminated from then to how it is now is we have microphones are on, like it's a fixed space specifically. 80%.
Well, then and then going back to that, he was also trying to travel with this equipment too.
It's just too much because
That's tough.
Yeah,
because obviously the first setup you want to look at is these Shure mics. You got your little hand, your arms,
little booms.
Yeah, cool. I could do that all day, no problem. 80 of them motherfuckers. We get 80 microphones. No. But then you start
Weird flex, but all right.
But then 80 so specific. My accountant just texted me, he said you get 80 of them. But then you start making the choice of like, well, don't you want to interview comics on the road? Shouldn't it be more portable? Those are very, very heavy. TSA is gonna have a fucking heart attack.
It was a bitch. He had to take everything out.
Like even when I would try and quote unquote record music on the road, like back in the day, I had one of those to put on like the desk in the hotel, and it's just hard to get the vibe and shit.
Yeah,
and it's a pain in the ass to carry all this stuff
for sure.
So my point is this: we're set up, we're good to go, we're legit, and it's like it's private. Nobody's bothering you, you know.
And it's out of your home. So for also people listening, that's a good way. That's a good place to start. Is distinguishing like your workspace from your live space from your workspace.
Yeah.
This isn't really like a live space.
And
it's
then your smoke, and then your smoke space,
100%,
and then your AstroTurf space, and then where you make your beats at space.
That's right, where you sip and drip.
Wherever you feel heat coming from, where is it like you see a fire? That's probably the beat section.
Yeah, it is cool because now it's like, was it yesterday?
And it's a set.
When we sat here and did office work, right? And then it was like kind of cool because like, oh, hey, are you done? Yeah, I'm done.
Coffee.
Yeah, and it was like I left and we went back to regular.
This is our cubicle.
It was like, okay, I'm going back to my regular life over there, So it is nice because I'm gonna tell you what was hard for me is that
visiting all the Starbucks in the world.
Yeah. Well, that we were doing so that we could get away because what was happening for me, he's a little bit better at that. But what was happening for me was we have a babysitter. We're in Studio B and I'm listening and I can hear the baby crying. So my first instinct is what? I want to go help check on my baby, get my baby.
Multitask.
And so I want to have the baby. We're working technically.
She was like, she's fine.
Right now she's with @Hazel_Artemis. Single.
So then it was still me not knowing how to let go and
let people do their job.
Let people do their job. It was for me, it was real hard for me to have a babysitter at first. It was like I was feeling like less than, so it was kind of like, well, why? I can do it. But it was really hard to where I was like trying to do too much.
You're like, I could do a lot with these nails.
These nails, bro.
She was trying to lower the window on the car. She's like, zzz, zzz, zzz.
I'm like
something else, like open a Fritos bag.
I was like, can you just please help me
get the baby out the car?
Because these are for the shoot for the movie. I mean, for the photo shoot that we did this weekend. So this was part of the look, and so I went to go get them done. But they're just, I just got them done, and they still look cute as hell. So I don't want to like take them off just yet, but I can't.
Can't wait.
I noticed you got an extra little drip now with your mannerisms.
What did you say I did?
When she points, it's like, you're going to make a left. But the way she did it, it's like she's trying to fling a booger off. She's just like, because she got little diamonds on one of them. She just, she's
whipping
go over there. Like a little attitude. Like she just started saying, all the time.
All right, Cardi.
No, like,
shout out to who? Go ahead.
Roger. Man, what is the nail tech that did my nails?
Yeah, for people that follow you, you were looking hard for somebody.
Oh my God, it took me forever. I had given up. I said I wasn't going to get them done because I couldn't. no one was kind of fitting the description that I wanted. And I'm super picky.
Can you imagine if you'd have just painted them and not done them? You'd have been so upset.
Yeah, I probably would have.
When can we unleash these photos from this photo shoot?
Okay, his name's Roger _ the nail artist. He's the bomb. So, ladies, if y'all are looking for a nail person in Houston, he's your man. Seriously, he really is, and he's a lot of fun to talk to too. He was my friend.
Okay, maybe we have a nail sponsor, Roger. Hit us up.
You know what I'm saying?
He's my new friend.
At the we're here at the nail.
Is that Kylie Jenner talking over there?
Yeah, he's so funny. I loved him. Like, he was so hilarious.
At the beginning of the podcast, when you were talking about the tour dates, and you were like, Latino as fuck, and I was thinking to myself, people are gonna roll up with starbs and be like, I got my starbs to your shows this year.
Yeah, for real.
Man, wait till y'all see these images. Oh,
I don't know what
Salt Lake City, January 24th. Wise Guys.
So hopefully she'll have them done, babe, pretty soon. The edited pictures.
Okay.
And then unless you take one of the raws, like I told you, and edit one for flyers' sake.
Not to put all our business out there. David said, go ahead and just go through and pick a handful of photos and then send him those.
Which I took pictures of the ones that we liked.
Okay, so we'll make a little folder, but we need to go find the number, like the
go find it, because there's 1,000,
1,400 motherfucking
1,400 photos.
Shout out to La Michoacana for letting us go up in there.
Oh, nice.
Itzel at La Michoacana, thank you for getting back to me, and like, here you go.
So part of David, the creative director's idea, the vision, just to give y'all heads up, is it's supposed to be like over the top, gaudy, like kind of bougie, not
Bougetto.
like bougie, but in a bodega.
That's what it was.
Like bougie, but in a bodega, like a meat market, like Mexican as fuck, Latino as fuck. Like,
we got the drip.
Yeah, but this is where the good beans are at. Like, get you some motherfucking takis and shit. Like, you got everything, verduras, todo el pinche pedo.
He's part of our team. I told him, I said,
talking about what,
David. Like,
yeah, so that was the idea.
He's like, you know what I'm saying? That you're talking about team. Yeah. He's part of my.
For sure.
I'm like, that's part of my little creative team.
Well, that's such an important role, man. Again, just to get.
He's my boo too. That's my boy.
that's a side boo.
So look,
it's such an important role because this is a major fucking tour, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is a big tour. It's nationwide.
Yeah.
How many cities is it? These are the elite comedy clubs. You know, we got.
Oh, and it's first time going to Salt Lake
New
City.
Markets,
That's what's really cool. First time going to Salt Lake City. We're going back to Albuquerque this year again
at the casino.
Santa
Ana Star.
Midland is also new. Waco is also new for us. So we're hitting quite a lot
of cool new spots. But what I was saying is, like, the look of it has to match. Like, there has to be a feel, DJ Khaled.
And guys, the merch for it too.
The merch, the vibe. Like,
there's continuity to it all.
And like I said, man, every year, that's why we need these good teammates and team members. Like, every year, we're trying to step it up and up and up and up, and just have everything, just the momentum and everything from the jokes to the chokes, everything. Like, it has to look dope, sound dope, everything.
So that's why we deliver that right hand.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we got this good audio, these good microphones, these good cameras, and good visions, good vibes.
Yeah.
So that people can be like, yo, the Latinos Fuck Tour, you would have thought Comedy Central fucking funded it. You would have thought Netflix cut a check. Or you could have swore this is like Live Nation, only because I've been to this comedian show, and this motherfucker's merch booth, everything. It's like major.
Yeah.
How many cities versus last year?
Around the same amount.
It's the same amount. I think we're one city less this year.
Yeah. Cool. Because, I like to take a couple months off, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we do. I mean,
I know. I'm just letting the people know. We could do more, but we ain't trying to kill ourselves just nonstop.
Well, I mean, there's got to be time to do this. As
balance,
you can see.
For sure.
You see how long it takes, and for people that don't know, I mean, planning a tour takes. I've been doing it since July.
Yeah, took a year.
So July, August, September, October, November, and we just.
And I'm whipping up new jokes.
It's 5 months to prepare it because you got to get dates confirmed. You got to wait till they confirm.
Stay on top of it.
And stay on top of it. And then I got to find who the comics are going to be for those tours. And then, you start booking hotels. You start booking flights. You got to try to go to the gym.
You know what I'm saying? We need a little pizza night, cheat day. We got to go to Mexico City.
I'm hoping to come back inspired. That's with this trip. Mexico City.
I'm sure.
Man, bro. I told Mickey today, dropped her off. I was like, I'm super looking forward because it's a mini vacation. It's a little getaway. I love the city. I haven't been there in a while. It's my Penny won't remember, but she'll see pictures, right? Like, I've been going to Mexico City since I was 5 months old. And then Mickey, I want like just her whole like identity as a Mexican or Latina to look at like, wow, this is a big part of who I am.
Her perspective is going to shift so much because I remember we would go every December to visit my mom's family from when I was born till I was like 13. And every time I went back, every time I spent a month there, I would always take away something different. And from wanting the iPhone XS, you know, to realizing and remembering where you're from, how it is, where you could be, all that kind of stuff never goes away from you.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like I used to have a little joke about it where, but it's kind of cliche, a little bit hacky, I think, but where like when you show up to Mexico or your mom is sending your shit over there, and then you show up and you're like, damn, those motherfuckers look familiar. Like, damn, he kind of cleaned them up. And because over there, motherfuckers don't get paid as much. It's corrupt. There's different socioeconomic.
And speaking of that,
so they appreciate like, damn, you're getting rid of these jeans.
Oh,
this is a
we should
perfect
take
pair of jeans.
boxes and bags of everything.
I told Chingo how like I wasn't raised like rich. Neither were you. I don't know how you were, but you know, we were
Rob rich as fuck. Richie rich over here now.
I don't know, but we were normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have without, but I had a roof over my head. I had food and I had clothes.
And I had
you know,
sauce.
so to me,
And you knew all the dance moves.
and I knew all the dance. I
Roger
did.
Rabbit.
I did. But you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's rich enough. If you ask me, like you have all your necessities. You know, you don't. You know.
And the cool thing about like, you know, she'll tell stories like they're like super tightly knit. Not that we're not, but they have like parties. Like they said they would all, like her dad used to organize like, you know, cookouts with, you know,
Every
grandma's
Sunday
house.
I was at my grandma's house. Every Sunday.
And they were all out there, and I was like, damn, it's like a little Easter every week.
It's like every Sunday. That's how it was like growing up. But
so you didn't feel like less like, oh, I'm poor or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Y'all had fun. Y'all had health, family.
Yeah, which is so important. But one thing that I never pay attention to is like how others kind of just, they may have, but they don't have enough. Because our babysitter was telling us how when she used to have her Zumba studio, that during the summertime, it was the hardest time for her. And I asked her why. She said, well, for starters, the moms aren't able to pay for Zumba that many days out of the week. I said, why? She goes, because now they've got to feed their kids lunch, breakfast, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as opposed to when they're in school, it's just dinner.
Right.
So it kind of like they save money because they get fed in school. And I was like, my brain, I swear, when she said that, it was like,
well, yeah,
what?
it's easy to forget. Like
people don't have enough.
Someone might be listening right now.
It broke my heart to like even know, because I've never not known like to not have food. You know what I'm saying?
To be stressing over
food.
Done without.
Or maybe if we were stressing over food, my parents never let us know.
Hey, what if all those families drove Escalades and they're like, pues mijo, I'm sorry, pues no se pudo. Pues ya ves que la gasolina está bien cara. Es que leather cuesta, rines cuesta, todo cuesta, mijo. Look at this gold chain, mijo. Mira.
Los 24
sí,
cuestan.
pues, ¿a poco andar en 20? No.
Yeah. So that was a really crazy. I texted him, like, no, when you got home from open mic, I told him, I said, you know what Luisa said today?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
I never thought about, you know, like, and then I think about those kids. I was thinking about like, wow, I wonder what those kids' Christmas is like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's got to be tough,
this
right?
Got deep. This got real deep. This got real deep. Happy holidays,
man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother-in-law, man. My brother-in-law Ruben. I think one year I was supposed to have like my dad got laid off or some shit. I was gonna have a slow Christmas, like, you know, like Christmas delayed, is postponed, or did they cancel the motherfucker? But Ruben, he was young too. He took his little paycheck. I forget where he was working, like Sears or some shit, and he just went and bought like nice shit. Like I think it was like toys that he secretly kind of wanted to like play with, like dope shit. Like it was this big spider that you put He-Man in. It was like a black spider, but all the He-Man would fit in there, and it was like mechanical. And that bitch would it would walk, and a bunch of dope shit. Buku Legos, all kind of shit. I cleaned up that year. I didn't know it was like, why all the drip coming from my brother-in-law, bro?
Well, he sees you like a little, brother. He's known you since you were a baby,
like
right?
Penny. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so he loves you.
Because my sister's 13 years older.
Yeah.
They probably started
damn.
dating when they were like 15,
Yeah.
something crazy.
High school sweethearts.
Yeah.
Qué lindos.
They do. They've been together
Big time.
forever. They
Like
are in
eighth
high
grade.
school. Yeah.
Damn.
Something crazy.
And she
like that.
her stories are hilarious. Like how she would like bully girls when they were like they broke up
Or
for a
they,
little
like,
bit.
break
They
up
break up.
and-
It's so funny. It's so cute. Their stories are so
She's like,
hilarious.
and I knocked her books out of her
Yeah,
hand.
it's
And I went
so
like this.
funny.
Like,
Yeah,
damn,
she'll
sis.
tell. Yeah, she tells you.
Damn, sis.
And they're so cute because they're still together. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
I think they're about to like renew their vows or something.
she needs to. He gave her an amazing ring on her 50th birthday.
Nice.
I feel like I need to get ordained and be a part of this.
And she just lost 15 pounds, so you know what I'm saying? So
Slow carb?
no,
No.
it's similar.
Okay.
It's one of those
Atkins.
control carb. No, it's not straight up Atkins.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like little rules. It's like off top first meal, hella protein.
Okay.
Buku eggs and stuff.
That's a lot of Tim Ferriss right there, too.
It's similar.
High
You know
protein in the
what I'm
morning.
saying? I think I've been doing either too much alcohol or too much fat.
That'll get you.
And I need to hit the gym. I need to do probably a little bit more cardio and shit like that. Cause I was trying to put on my pants and I was like, man, these motherfuckers shrunk. And she's like, slow carb with her nails. Slow carb.
Pointing
I'm
at
on
you.
slow carb.
Yeah,
Big ass quotes with those nails. Slow carb.
I hope I don't get caught to go interpret anytime soon because I don't know how I'm going to do it with these nails.
Damn, you're going to confuse them.
I'm going to be like, I don't know if I can come in.
Well, I know you guys wanted to get out here by 6. It's
Yeah.
at 6 on
Yeah.
the dot. So, happy
Cool.
holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas,
I'm
guys.
clocking out. Y'all have a great see y'all in the new year or post all the new episodes coming.
Yeah.
See you on the tour.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
I'm-
this was supposed to be a Q&A?
No, this is like the holiday
It's just a
special.
holiday special. Got it. Okay.
Just topics and riffing.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you guys have a great time with your family
Yeah.
and,
Get some good
enjoy.
food.
Get some good food. Yeah.
Little badass kids. Puercos mocosos. Quítate.
Hope Santa brings y'all everything y'all asked
Health.
for. Health first.
Mo life. Mo drip.
Stay fresh.
Yeah.
Peace.
Later.